before we can start doing one of these tables, what we have to do is figure out the class width. How do we find the class width? I might put that over here. So class width. Just going to start talking or typing. Class width. What's the formula for it? Biggest minus smallest divided by number of classes. Okay. So what I'm about to do is, if I'm doing biggest minus smallest, I'm going to put equals, open parentheses, and then try to find the biggest number. Looks like 7,000 something up there. If I don't want to have to type it, I could just click on the cell. Is that the biggest value? No. Yes? And then I'll hit subtract, and then I'll click on the smallest value. 1,000? I'll close parentheses and divide it by the number of classes. Because I'm zoomed in so far, I may not be able to see the directions. It says construct a frequency distribution and insert the column chart for the data set using 6 classes. So I'm going to divide this by 6. I hit enter, and I've got a class width of 1019.8 blah. But really, my class width should be rounding up to 1020. Now that we've realized what our class width is, now I'm going to start with the lower limits. In Google Sheets, it's nice to have your lower limits and your upper limits separated. So let's see. My lowest limit is where I start, so 1,000 is what I'll put here. But in the next one, I don't want to have to add separately. I want the computer to do it. So I'm going to put in a formula. I'm going to hit equals, and then I can either click on 1,000, or I could press the upward arrow, and it shows me B8. I want the previous answer added to the class width 1020. Once I hit enter, it gives me 2020. To copy and paste that formula, I re-click on that 2020 cell. I put the cursor to where it turns into that plus sign. I click and drag it down. Whoops, dragged it down one too many times, so let me delete that last one. Okay. The very first upper class limit, what we're going to put in here is B9 minus 1, because we're taking the next lower class limit and subtracting 1. Once we have that in, we will copy and paste. Make sure you have the plus sign for the cursor and scroll on down. The very last upper class limit is 7,119. Now, let's say you didn't go to 7,120 and then it becomes a -1. Well, then we can just type 7,119. We hit equals, and then we need an open parenthesis, because I had to stress to some people, hey, open parenthesis in your calculator. Instead of typing 1,000 in 2019, I'm going to click on these cells. I'm going to click on 1,000 cell plus the 2019 cell, close parentheses, divide 2, and hit enter. Now that I have these cells, when I copy and paste the formula all the way down, it'll scroll down to these pertaining cells as well. So if you need that formula again, it's up at the top. For this, what I like to do is highlight in different colors since we have access to it. If we have values between 1,000 and 2019, I'm going to highlight it in yellow. So currently it looks like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I fill with a different color. I'll make those blue. Got a frequency of 3. Since those are non-highlighted, I'm just going to use 1, 1. If I add this entire frequency column and it gets to the sample size, I know I've at least counted all of them once. So how many's in our sample size? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. So if I add everything in this column, I'm just going to type the word sum, and then in the next column I'll put equals sum, open parentheses, and I want to start with this. Oops, no, I don't want that one. Nope, 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 nope. Let's try this again. Oh, I want this entire column added together. And I do get 22. Let's recall that relative frequency is the class frequency divided by the sample size. So in relative frequency, I'm going to take the previous item and divide it by 22, the same number. So I'm going to take equals, and I'm going to just hit my left arrow over so it selects 12. And then divide 22. I hit enter and I've got a relative frequency. Now we're going to copy and paste. So get that arrow to that box and scroll down. How could I check to see if I did this right? It should add up to 1. So if I just put, okay, I'm just going to type the word sum in H14 just to show that, okay, now this is the sum, equals in the next cell. I want the sum of these cells. I clicked and dragged all the way down, and sure enough, it is 1. So the very first frequency is going to be this cell alone. So I've got a couple options. I could just say, okay, it equals 12. Or I could say that it equals F8. Either way, cumulative frequency is going to be 12. The next row is going to be the previous value, 12, plus the class frequency, 3. So I hit equals and then I clicked on the previous row plus the class's frequency. So it's now this cell's formula that I want to copy and paste. And we can check that we've done it right because our sample size is the very last cumulative frequency value, 22. Okay, I think I'm going to take this out. Don't worry about inserting a column chart right now. But what we did was we at least constructed a frequency histogram, a frequency distribution using some formulas. Down below, you're going to see another problem. This is what I want you to do right now. If you don't finish it, this becomes your homework. That's why homework today in our planner says Google Sheets Lesson 1. You need to complete this. I'm going to check your work to see if you're using the formulas. You need to use the formulas for this. So if you're like, wait a second, I forgot what we did here, you have to figure out the class width at first. So the very first thing you got to do, maybe you look back at the previous problem. Where did we do class width? Oh, it was over here. What did we do for that? Oh, we took the biggest minus the smallest divided by the number of the class sizes within the directions. And then we rounded up no matter what.